welcome back to Mathematics with Usman. Today we are going to roll up our sleeves for the topic named Transformation from GCSE as well as IGCSE syllabus. Students, the objectives that we have to attain in this particular topic are: number one, use the following transformations of the plane for reflection represented by M, rotation by R, translation by T, enlargement by E and their combinations. Number two, identify and give precise descriptions of transformations that are connecting given figures. Number three, describe transformation using coordinates and matrices. Students, you should know also as well that if M of A means if the rotation of A is equals to some point B and the rotation of B is equals to C, the rotation RMA equals to C will be used. And in your course, singular matrices are excluded. So let's start with the first topic or the first case of transformation, which is called the reflection represented by M. Students, you must know what reflection means. If I consider the reflection, it means that reflection of a figure about a fixed line called the line of reflection. It is an isometric kind of a transformation, which means that the shape and the size of the object is always preserved. The only thing that you need in such kind of transformation is the line of reflection that we also called the mirror line. Students, there are different cases that are involved in the reflection M, and the number one, it is called the reflection of the point or the figure in the x-axis. Let us first draw the Cartesian plane. Vertical line representing the y-axis, horizontal line representing the x-axis. Consider any point lying in this plane. Let us say the point is over here, which is having 2 units in the x direction and 3 units in the y direction. If we need to reflect such a point in the x-axis, where will be the reflection or the image of this point would be? Students, you have to see the vertical distance of this point from the x-axis. Now, if you consider this figure and the x-axis, the vertical distance will be like this. Now, count down. It is 1, 2, 3. 3 units above the x-axis. Now, its image after reflection in the x-axis should be the same units, means 3 units, but in the opposite direction from the x-axis. And where is the opposite direction? It is in this direction, 1, 2, and 3. So the image of this point after reflection in the x-axis should be somewhere over here. Such a reflection is in the x-axis. Let's move to the case number 2. What case number 2 says is the reflection in the y-axis. Again, we are considering the same point, but this time we have to reflect the point in the y-axis, means the mirror line or the line of reflection this time is the y-axis. Consider again the vertical distance from the y-axis of this point, which is 1, 2. The straight distance is 2 units towards right. Its image should be again 2 units, but this time to the left of the y-axis. So the image of this point will be somewhere over here. Consider the third case of reflection of the same point, but this time in the line y is equals to x. So the third case is reflection in y is equals to x. Students, first of all, we have to draw the line y is equals to x in this Cartesian plane. Students, when x is 0, y is 0. When x is 1, y is 1. When x is 2, y is 2. This is the equation of this line. So the first point is going to be here, the second point going to be here, or here, or here. So we can draw the line y is equals to x, which is going to look like this. Now we have to reflect this point in this line. So the students, again, you have to take the vertical distance of this point from this line, which is this one. So the image of this point should be on the opposite side of this line, which is going to be somewhere here. So if this point is reflected in the line y is equals to x, its image will be somewhere over here. Let us now consider the condition number 4, the case number 4 of reflection says reflect the same line, same point in the line y is equals to minus x. So students, first you have to draw the line y is equals to minus x whose intercept is equal to 0 and the gradient is negative. So this line will look like this. Now we have to reflect this point in this line. Just consider the vertical distance of this point from this line. If you draw the vertical line from this point over here, you will see this is the line which is vertical to the point. Now count down the distance, how many units it is. If you consider this as one diagonal of the unit, second diagonal of the unit and half of the diagonal of the unit. So you have to move same 2.5 diagonals in the opposite direction of this line. So we will move somewhere over here. So the image of this point will be somewhere over here. So students, if we need to reflect the point in the line y is equals to minus x, it will be in the downwards direction and the same units away from the same line. These are the 4 cases of the reflection. Let us now apply these 4 cases onto a simple problem. Let us consider an example, and the example says find the single transformation which maps A onto B in the given figure. Consider the figure A which is mapped onto another figure which is your figure B. Now students, you have to find which transformation will map A onto the transformation B. So let us consider any point on this figure. Let us say this vertex of A, which is A. Its image will be its corresponding point, and the corresponding point of this A is this point, which let's say is the image of A, means A dash. Now if we consider the distance between these 2 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, they are 8 units apart. And this clearly indicates that every point of this figure is representing the reflection of the figure A. And this figure will be the reflection, shows that the reflection will be, the line of reflection will be at the center of the distance between A and A dash. And it is going to be 4 units from A and 4 units from A dash. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the line of reflection should be somewhere over here. If we draw it, it will look like this, which is the line y is equals to minus 1. So this transformation represents reflection of the figure A onto the B, and the line of reflection is y is equals to minus 1. And this brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I hope it has some value to your mathematical concepts. As always, thank you very much for watching Mathematics with Usman. See you in another tutorial. Till then, it's goodbye.